Harry Potter had a miserable summer at the Dursleys, though the Dursleys felt more threatened by Harry, who seems to be more angry. Harry misses his friends Draco, Crabb, and Goyle, and wrote letters to them. Harry's anger gets the best of him when Aunt Marge insults Harry's parents, resulting in Harry using magic against her and turning her into a pig that squeals. The Dursleys threaten Harry that they'll get him out of Hogwarts for using underage magic. Harry, frustrated and in anger, runs away from home and enters the night bus, unsure where he wants to go. The night bus, however, takes him to the Leaky Cauldron, where Harry meets with the Minister of Magic. Cornelius is angered at Harry for what he did. Harry says that Aunt Marge deserved it. Cornelius says that he will have to suspend Harry from Hogwarts. However, Lucius Malfoy shows up and tells Cornelius that he should pardon Harry since his life is threatened. Harry is told to sit outside, and Lucius leaves the room with Harry thanking Lucius. Lucius tells Harry that it was a stupid thing to do, but he did this because he felt responsible for what the Diary of Tom Riddle did to Harry. Harry asks him what he expected to find in the diary in the first place. Lucius says he had hoped Harry would learn its secrets, but it wasn't what he expected. Lucius tells Harry that if he wishes, the Malfoys can take Harry in as guardians. Harry accepts the idea and is told to head on to Hogwarts. Before that, Harry asks about what he meant about his life being threatened. Lucius says, "You don't know, do you? The notorious mass murderer Sirius Black has escaped from Azkaban." On the train, Harry sits with Draco and asks if he knows anything about Sirius Black. Draco says, "You don't know, do you? I wish you stayed over at our place for the summer, Potter. Sirius Black may not have killed your parents, but he pulled the trigger. All I know is that he betrayed your parents to Voldemort. It's something my father told me." Pansy walks by and looks at Harry. Harry says hi, but Pansy looks away. Harry says he might have been too harsh on Pansy for breaking their friendship. Draco says he still thinks she has a crush on Harry, but he may have made an enemy of her. Suddenly the train halts and the Dementors appear. One of them enters the train, and Draco shouts at it till he gets frightened and hides under a table. Harry starts to get dizzy and is about to pass out till Pansy, concerned for what is happening to Harry, starts to use occlumency to help Harry's mind and neutralize his thoughts against the Dementors. The Dementors leave. While Harry was unconscious, Draco argues with Pansy as to how she knew occlumency. She responds that he shouldn't underestimate her abilities. Pansy gives Harry chocolate, and he wants to know what happened. Pansy says nothing and leaves. Draco says Pansy might be a little crazy and possibly dangerous. Harry eventually confronts Pansy when he learned about her use of occlumency to save him. He thanks her, but she shrugs it off, and her gang of girls from Slytherin tease and annoy Harry during the school year. Lupin is made the new defense against the dark arts teacher at school. During a class with Hagrid, Harry provokes Buckbeak, who thinks it's not dangerous, and Buckbeak unfortunately strikes Harry down. Draco threatens Hagrid that he will have his father look into this, and unfortunately Buckbeak is later executed. Harry tries to apologize to Hagrid, but Hagrid now refuses to see Harry anymore. This saddens Harry. Harry wants to know more about Sirius Black and continuously asks Snape about him. Snape ignores him for a while till he finally reveals that Sirius was Harry's godfather and that he had betrayed his family and murdered 12 muggles and a wizard. Snape says it's nothing to worry about since Hogwarts is well protected and Sirius will not find Harry or harm anyone. Unfortunately, when Harry gets back to his dorm, the whole Slytherin lounge is torn apart, and rumor has it that Sirius has made it into the school. Meanwhile, Pansy finds out a secret that a classmate named Hermione Granger was given a time turner for her studies. Pansy manages to steal the time turner using a spell to make Hermione forget all about it. Unfortunately, Hermione gets suspended from Hogwarts for losing the time turner. Harry was able to get permission from the Malfoys to head to Hogsmeade Village with Draco and his friends, and they had a good time there. By this time, the Dursleys had turned guardianship of Harry over to the Malfoys. However, there is rumor going around at the Shrieking Shack that loud screams come out of there. Draco thinks it's just ghosts. Later, Harry cheers Draco on in a Quidditch match till Dementors start to appear and they start to haunt the arena. One even manages to get close enough to Harry, but Dumbledore and some of the professors use a Patronus spell to stop them. Harry wants to find Sirius himself and learns with the help of his friends that Sirius was an animagus. Harry theorizes that Sirius could be the one at the Shrieking Shack. Before dusk one early morning, Harry takes Malfoy, Crabb, and Goyle to the shack to investigate, while Pansy and her gang decide to follow Harry. They find out that Lupin was a werewolf. They all find Lupin is out cold from his transformation. Harry approaches him with his wand. Unfortunately, Padfoot arrives, turns into Sirius Black, locking the door behind him where Pansy and her gang were, and confronts Harry and his friends. Harry is angry. Sirius takes Lupin's wand and repels Harry's wand. Sirius laughs and says he has been waiting for this moment for years. Harry shouts at him, and Draco hands his wand over to Harry. "Stupefy!" Sirius is hurt. Harry takes back his wand and points it at Sirius. Sirius awakens and laughs on the floor and begins to cry. Harry says, "You murdered them! You betrayed them! They trusted you!" Sirius grabs Harry's shirt, and before he could talk, Harry casts the Crucio spell, which he learned from Draco, and Sirius struggles in a corner in pain, tortured and suffering till Snape arrives to apprehend Sirius Black. Snape tells Harry, "You will not say anything that happened here. Go, get out of here, all of you." Harry and his friends leave. Sirius Black is taken back to Azkaban as a prisoner without telling Harry the truth that he was framed. Harry feels relieved that the mass murderer is no longer loose and is excited about his next year. By the end of the school year, Pansy confronts Harry and tells him that she wants to make it up to him for not saving him from Tom Riddle. Pansy hands over the time turner that she stole and tells him that he has a chance to change the past, but he can't go too far into the past. It just won't work. She apparently tried it, but she would rather give it to Harry in case he is ever in trouble. Harry hugs Pansy and forgives her as he heads off to his new home at the Malfoys for the summer. What did you think of this concept? Want to see part 4? Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching In the Plot.